Hello everyone. So after a long 3 weeks, nice holiday in Cornwall, we're back. Welcome to Beth the Chef. So we're carrying on. Episode 37, I believe, and carry on where we've left it at with the Fanta Fruit Twist inspired cheesecake. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering how we're going to do this, myself included, I'm not going to lie. I will put a picture up so you can see a bit more of how we're going to attempt this. So it's going to be a homemade shortbread base, and then I'm going to do casual cheesecake filling, but I'm going to roast some apples and peaches, make a nice puree and incorporate that into the filling. And then the top is just going to be like a tropical flavour topping, really, jelly topping, and it's going to have a lot of orange and passion fruit in, because I looked at the bottle of the last time I had Fanta Fruit Twist, which wasn't that long ago because I am slightly addicted. And the flavours are orange, passion fruit, peaches and apples. So we shall see how this turns out. I hope everyone is well. And yeah, we'll get back into the swing of things. Hey, let's cook. So usually with cheesecakes, you get a digestive base. I've also done bases with chocolate chip cookies before, which is very nice. But in order to get as much of the flavours for the fruit twist as we can in this one, we're just going for a simple vanilla shortbread. Cook it off, crumb it up. Once it's done, we're gonna melt 100 grams of butter, and then, as you would with a cheesecake base, just mix the two together in your nice tray and in the fridge to set. So the first stage is it's going to be towards the base. So we want to line our trays ready. And I'll just very roughly, just to ensure it doesn't stick, line a flat tray. This is for the shortbread. And then line my tray for the cheesecake. Now, I have gone for a squared tin. One, because I quite like the portion cheesecake in bars. It's something a little bit different, nice rectangles. And this way, with this tray, we're going to get some good height on it as well. For the shortbread, it's a classic, what we call the 3-2-1 recipe. So for the amount required, it's 180 grams of plain flour to 120 grams of butter, just diced unsalted butter this is, and then 60 grams of caster sugar, and then a lovely ingredient that is a staple for desserts, some good old vanilla extract. So yeah, mix it all together. So add the butter and then add your sugar. You know the drill, make a nice dough. just pop straight onto your tray and we'll get onto the cooking. And, yeah, just flatten it out, even flatten it with your hands. It's all going to merge into one anyway. So the oven is set to 170 degrees and I've just diced it up roughly, but in here there's 3 apples, peeled apples, and for a bit of the sweetness, these are just Braeburn apples, and 2 yellow peaches, and the skin is fine on the peaches. So I've just popped it into a roasting tray. And if I can open it. There we go. For a little bit of bite and so it's not sweet upon sweet, add a nice bit of lemon juice. Again, this is going to help with the slightly saltiness coming from your cream cheese. And add brown sugar. Now I haven't really got an exact measurement, to be honest. Just go by eye. But almost go for about a third to a half of the fruit. Lovely. So yeah, this is going to go in the oven. Keep an eye on it. I imagine it'll take about half an hour. You just want all the fruit nice and soft and to get a good flavour. At the same time, we're going to cook the shortbread. Shortbread will take about 12 to 15 minutes. Lovely apples and peaches, nice and soft. And I'm going to blitz this up while it's still warm, just to help it get going. So I've just popped it back into the original tray. And this is so I've got the bowl here to pass it through. Make sure it's nice and smooth. You can also pick any fragments up again from the tray. The shortbread is out, nice and golden. It's cooled down a little now. So here comes one of the favourite bits. A bit where you can get a bit of your anger out if you're an angry person. Just pop all your shortbread in here. So the base is all crumbed up nicely. And I've got the 100 grams of unsalted butter in here. So what we're going to do to get more of a caramelly taste, slight nuttiness as well, is we're going to brown the butter. And that's just, well, I think I've done it before actually, maybe in the pancakes episode. But you're just toasting the milk solids that are in the butter out. You get nice little brown fleckles, and yeah, it releases a nutty caramelly taste, which in a way is going to represent, let's say, the caramel flavourings that you would get in a Fanta Fruit Twist, in theory. So there's various methods you can do with butter. Browning, one of them. Clarifying butter as well, which, spoiler alert, that's what we're going to do in next week's video. So, and that's just like ghee. It's exactly the same as ghee. You're heating it up and removing the fats. So it will stop fizzing up like it did. And if you swirl it, you can see it's darkened in colour now. And that's what we're looking for. So take it off the heat and we'll incorporate it into the base. Apologise for the barking dog outside if you guys can hear that. So for the jelly topping, because we're going to make this meanwhile making the cheesecake filling, so the jelly's got good time to cool down as well. I've got 250 ml of tropical fruit juice. And I've got my bowl of cold water here to soak 3 gelatin leaves. We're just going to, on a low heat, heat the tropical juice up. When the gelatin's soaked and nice and soft, incorporate, squeeze the water out and incorporate into the juice. Now I don't normally do this with cheesecakes really, if you know, a standard cheesecake as opposed to a baked one. But because we're doing a nice jelly topping on there and having certain layers, we're going to actually add a little bit of gelatin, just a little bit, into the cheesecake filling. This will ensure it will still be nice and soft, but it will just be a little bit firmer, almost like a safety blanket, let's say, to hold, I guess, stabilise the jelly topping, because we don't want it to collapse and the fruity jelly avalanche to occur. lower the heat on the juice. So the first step, I'm going to add all the cheese. So in here there's 400 grams of cream cheese. I've got 300 mils of double cream, and to the cheese I add 100 grams of icing sugar. So just pop it to one side a sec because my juice is good. Without knocking the camera. Get a spoon. Squeeze all the liquid out as much as you can from the water. And just mix it in like so. And get your bowl back. Once it's all mixed in well, put it straight back there for it to cool down a little. Now make sure you mix this in well. And in the meantime, the gelatine, in a little ramekin, I have soaked 4 gelatine leaves in cold water. When they soften, again strain the liquid out and just mix it with 2 to 3 tablespoons of boiling water. Just checking the jelly topping, it's cooling down nicely. Before we go any further, good old vanilla extract. Now I can add the puree. Lovely, let's say treacly colour this is. Like it's been on holiday to Spain somewhere. Make sure it's all incorporated well. I'm just going to sort the jelly out. Just incorporate that in. And obviously it will thin it out a bit. And it needs time to set, so give yourself plenty of time. At least 6 hours of setting time. Cake batter, as you can see. And the bottom of the bowl feels nice and cool. I think we're ready to go. Again, mind the camera. You want to level it out nicely. So you've got it nice and even for the topping. Right, so lovely cheesecake is all set, and to portion it up, I've got my knife, a thing of hot water, and a J cloth. And what we're going to do is submerge the knife in the water and portion, wipe after each use with the J cloth. This is just to get clean cuts on the cheesecake. Looks a little bit better. So carefully pop it out. Just a little bit fiddly. There we go. And mark out how you're going to portion this. I think I'll go for long portions in this. So I'm just going to start by neatening the edges a little. Cut into thirds that way. And here we have it, our Fanta Fruit Twist inspired cheesecake. So spread the word, after chef. Join us next week where we're going to do smoked mackerel pate, a little bit of brown shrimp in there. And I'm going to put them in almost into some pots. Top it with some clarified butter. we're going to make some nice steel crackers to go with it, and nice fresh salad. So, bon appetit.